Sue Wickerson, freelance scientific illustrator, visited the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi and was intrigued by the marble inlaid plant designs. She wanted to know what the plants were, and this was the catalyst to find out more about the plants mentioned in the Qur'an. Dr. Shahina Ghazanfar, senior botanist at the Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew, had been researching the plants mentioned in the Qur'an. Sue and Shahina have pooled inspiration and resources to work together on a project to research and record in book format the plant species mentioned in the Qur'an. Sue has travelled within the United Arab Emirates, driving through the deserts of the Empty Quarter and across to Abu Dhabi and to areas in Sharjah and farms around Dubai. Part of Sue's research took her to Oman and up into the almost inaccessible Hajar mountain area of Jebel Akhdar. She ventured in a four-wheel drive, weaving her way down steep hairpin bends into the deep gorge to the remote village of Mazirat. The area is steeped in history, with the old watering system of stone follages. The plants there, some mentioned in the Qur'an, have been cultivated in the same way for generations. After a lot of research, Sue decided to illustrate the Ajwa al-Medina date palm found in Fili, Sharjah. She visited the palm many times over 2 years, photographing it and making numerous colour notes.
It's a really fascinating project, and it shows all aspects of the plant, and we're also doing dissection work of it to have the scientific accuracy as well. You obviously have to work from living material, because then you can see all the finer nuances of detail, colour change, texture. So once I've got the living material, then I can take photographs of them, and so I take lots of high quality reference shots. You have to be able to record it accurately, scientifically, get the whole life cycle of the plant to get the full picture of it. Look at it under the microscope, that gives a really, really tiny detail. Making lots of colour notes is really, really essential, and you're capturing everything when the plant is fresh. I always write down the colours, I write down which part of the plant it's from. So it's making meticulous notes to help you remember and also to help you create that accurate rendition of the plant. So you know exactly what colour to use where on the painting. Once you've done lots of colour notes, there are other sketches, so it's basically getting to know the plant itself. And so there'll be more colour notes, more fine-tuning, and then starting to do the microscope dissection work of the flowers. And then from that you can work out the layout and the composition work. You show the whole tree, you show the flowers and the fruit, and then the dissections, the microscope dissection work of the flowers. And that will be the final stage, and that will take hours of work. Quite often you have to go back at different stages to a plant and be around when the plant is actually doing what you need it to do. For example, just simple garlic. I've collected garlic in Oman, up in the mountains. I went there to see a number of different plants and how they've been grown by generations. And so I saw the garlic and illustrated the garlic from Oman up in the mountains, but I wasn't there for the flowers. So I've been waiting for 2 years, and I keep missing the flowers, and I've managed to finally get the flowers here in New Zealand. But it's being in the right place at the right time, and even something so simple as garlic. This is the developing stage, working from living material and then working out your overall composition for drama and for interest and for accuracy, obviously.
Garlic has been grown in the mountains of Oman for centuries. Sue was lucky to be introduced to village elders and farmers, showing her a type of garlic that has a heritage steeped in history. With a distinguished career in research, Senior Botanist at Kew, Dr. Shahina Ghazanfar, presents the plants of the Qur'an.
So, coming to the plants that are mentioned in the Quran, there are 13 plants that are food plants. And these are the date palm, olive, grape, pomegranate, fig, ginger. Lentils is more a compound name, but we believe that it is the oldest form of lens. Culinaris, onion, garlic, watermelon or melon, we do not know exactly, citrullus or cucumis, gourd, the legionaria, mustard, and basil. Now, these can be traced back to some extent and can be identified. So this information that I am trying to gather, eventually they will go into a book, which is The Plants of the Quran, the history and significance. I've been very fortunate to get Sue Wikison. She's an illustrator, absolutely, she does botanical drawings. And I hope that during my lifetime, I'd be able to complete this book, to make it available, not just as a book to celebrate really the plants, the life of plants, and the plants mentioned in different in the Quran and in different texts, but also to look at the significance and how important they are, not just just because they're mentioned, but because they have been started or they have been sort of carried on culture by culture by culture through a very long period of time.